Welcome into the Film Guy Network. It's football season, which means I've got a film study for you. What's up? You like that? You really like that? Let's shut up and grind some tape. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome into the Film Guy Network on a fabulous, is it Friday? Friday morning here inside the studio. Excited to do this with you guys today. Now, formal, now new offensive coordinator Chad Morris up there at Clemson was asked about his quarterback battle as spring practice has ended. I think they're wrapping things up there at Clemson. And mentioned, hey, CV's our guy. Leaving spring, CV's our guy. Now, who is CV? Christopher Vizina, that is who CV is. Now, Christopher Vizina spent the last 2 years backing up Cade Klubnik as a sophomore and a junior. I believe he's in year 4 now in college football. Will you check that up for me? It sounds right. Been in college for a while. First opportunity to really be the guy up there at Clemson, and he has seemingly earned it. Now, the good news for at least us here on this network is that we're not projecting a guy like Christopher Vizina based off high school tape that was 3 or 4 years ago. You know, there was 4 years ago. All right, so there was a time period where like we were trying to project what Gunnar Stockton was going to be as a starting quarterback with like 20 career reps. We've at least got a career start right here, right? We got an SMU game from a year ago, and we're going to take a look at this. This was Cade Klubnik early in the year, banged up. So Christopher Vizina got to go out there and play some ball against SMU. Excited to do this with you guys today. Kind of explain to you who this football player is and what the Clemson Tigers ultimately have in a named starter. Now, we called it a soft launch on the show. This is Chad Morris kind of mentioning CV as, quote, our guy. Haven't heard Dabo Swinney name him the starter, but we believe him ultimately to be. It sounded like Tate Reynolds, the true freshman, might have been pushing for a little bit of a competition. Hey, got a couple of rules around here. If you are new to this platform, okay? If you want anything about the game of football today, we ask that you subscribe. If you want anything about your favorite football team today, you must subscribe. If you have any fun at all today, you must subscribe. Let's shut up and let's grind the tape. Jonathan, the Clemson fan base, in my opinion, was the first fan base we were introduced to at a really, really heavy rate outside of the Georgia market. Do you know why?
It was previewing the Georgia-Clemson game.
That's right. Previewing that massive 2021 Duke's Mayo Bowl kickoff classic. Ooh, real slobber knocker, 10-6 in that sucker. Ooh, we watched a lot of film. I felt like I watched more Clemson football film leading up to that than anybody's ever watched Clemson football film on the internet. Probably not. But hey, glad to have you guys in here today. Excited to be breaking this down with you. However, there are going to be some I want to pull my teeth out moments today. Don't know if you'll feel that way. I certainly feel that way as a football analyst watching some of this stuff. I couldn't imagine if I watched this as a fan, okay? Here's what we got going on to start the play, Jonathan, or start the games. First play of the game, we're going to send some motion. We see some condensed rocking and rolling. Looks to me like they're playing some cover 3 right here. I don't know if you can see that. We got a center of the field closed. We got butt to the sideline over there, butt to the sideline, a whole line of hook curl players. All right, do we see that? All right, now, what else do we see at the top of the screen, right? We see a screen, or at least something that looks like a screen. We have a wide receiver showing chest to me, okay? We're going to get a quarterback who pumps that thing, okay? What does this all look like to you, Jonathan?
Fake screen.
Looks like Fox is what we call it around here. Fake screen, right? We're trying to slip that wide receiver down the sideline, real sneaky, little Fox, okay? Here's a problem, 2 problems. First play of the game, we have not ran a screen yet. Kind of hard to fake the screen if we haven't ran the screen, okay? That's why you see a lot of teams that are screen and go teams like Georgia a year ago, heavy screen early on so much that their team or their fans are like, good God, stop running the screens. Well, we run the screens to set up the fake screens. You got to kind of run them to throw them, okay? Now, that's problem number 1. Problem number 2, Jonathan, I don't know about you, but that quarterback, to me, looks like he's damn near ready to throw this ball right here into this window. All right, he sure is looking at it. Who's not looking at the quarterback? The wide receiver is not looking at the quarterback. Now, you tell me when the wide receiver looks at the quarterback.
But the ball's out of bounds.
Yeah, the ball's already out of bounds, been thrown away. So we're obviously on separate pages on the first play of the game. That's not a great reel for your offensive coordinator, okay? We script these things all week. What the hell were you doing on Friday walkthroughs? You know what I mean? What did y'all do Saturday before the game? How did y'all not know what we were going to do on the first play of the football game? That's crazy, all right? So there's that. That, to me, is an example of 2025 Clemson football. Whether or not we get better on the offensive line, we're going to talk about that. Whether or not we're good enough on defense, y'all got 9 new transfers on the defensive side of the football. That's all fine and dandy. But if we can't run the right plays and execute at a high rate, we aren't Clemson. That's what I remember Clemson for. We could say quarterbacks, Deshaun Watson, Trevor Lawrence. We could talk about wide receivers if you want to, whatever have you. Defensive line, whatever. They were an execution bunch. That's what they were. That's what great teams always are. We got to execute at a higher rate next year, no doubt. I mean, we're ready to throw that sucker now, so much so that we got to throw it out of bounds, okay, or check it back down to the guy in the flat. Okay. We talked about it last night on our live show. If you're not watching our live shows Monday, Tuesday, Thursday during the offseason, you should come hang out with us. We talked about it last night. You got to be athletic enough at Clemson because they are going to run you. There is no doubt about it. Cade Klubnik probably had 70 more rushing attempts than he probably needed to or I ever projected him to have coming out of high school. Good enough athlete, but y'all ain't got no Lamars. I mean, even Deshaun and Trevor, like, they're good athletes, but they're like 4'6", 4'7" athletes. We need to be out here running these guys. But big tree, okay? Big tree, take big chop. You know what I mean? He a big tree, and he's going to need to be because he's going to take some big chops, okay? That hurts. Can we protect ourselves a bit more? That's what we call on the thigh board, Jonathan. I don't know if you've ever taken one of those. The funny bone on the elbow hurt. That hurt. That tickle. You know, stings a little bit. You catch a shoulder pad off the quad, buddy, off the thigh board, that thing will be numb for about 4 days, all right? That's what it feels like. But, yeah, good enough athlete, 6'5". We found out last night, 215, but he looked about 225, okay? He looks a little bit thicker than 215 at 6'4". He's a big kid, okay? Big tree, fall hard, all right? Hey, love watching a kid read stick correctly because we've been watching on this network. Not everybody reads it right, all right? We got 3 zone defenders in this window, right, Jonathan? We got we got a flat player. We got a deep third player in cover 3. We got a hook curl player, all right? We're going to drive the number 1 or the number 2 wide receiver into his void, all right? Then we're going to switch the release with the tight end and try to get him to hook up right there in that zone window. Now, that hook curl player doing a tremendous job. This guy right here doing a tremendous job closing that space, okay, and making that throw tough. This is why stick routes, okay, need to be thrown with great timing, okay? If we take one extra hitch here, probably going back to the other way, right? So we got to be very on time with these types of throws. Love right here from the tight end, not falling down. Been watching way more tape lately on individual athletes, not necessarily just teams. God, I hate watching this guy catch this in his belly and just fall to his knees. You sorry, sack. Stay on your feet and run. It's a good job right there by the tight end. Good timing from the Q. Now, my question to you, Jonathan, is should we feel this? Should we feel this pressure coming from this linebacker? And we're going to show it from the tight, and here's why I'm going to tell you that we probably shouldn't. A, we're a young player. B, it should be licked. We should have this. It's a 6-man pass pro right now, all right? They're going to drop 52, I think. My memory serves. Yeah, drop 52. They're rushing 4. We got this guy rushing. We got this guy rushing. Put us in 3. We got this guy rushing. We got this guy rushing. These 2 are on a switch, all right? They're on a twist. Now, they've got 4 rushing. We've got 6 blocking. As a quarterback, I should feel good, right? I should feel, hey, 3 steps, 1 hitch. I shouldn't have to accelerate my drop. Shouldn't have to shorten my drop. Shouldn't have to get to my hot. I should be good. We should be nice and protected. However, should we feel that? Should we have? I know we're looking left. That's why I love having you in here. I think you're a very fair evaluator when it comes to these things because this is a strip sack fumble or could be.
Right.
And we got to have some feel is all I want right here.
I mean, I would say a veteran quarterback, yeah, you feel that. But first start, probably not going to feel that,
Okay.
at least on that timing, and look in the other direction.
Also, hey, back, you're on 29.
Right.
There should be no confusion here, Randall. The offensive lineman's job is to take that big man. Bigs block bigs. You ever heard that? Mm-hmm. Bigs block bigs, little blocks little. All right, so the tackle's doing his job right here. The running back is not. When we walk to the line of scrimmage, all right, we say as an offensive lineman, Mike 28, meaning we've got number 28, okay? That means the running back is on who, Jonathan? 29. The running back is on 29. Offensive line calls theirs. Mike 28. Running back is on 29, all right? And that means if anybody else not in this 6 count comes, who's he on? He's on the quarterback. Okay? So we identify our 6 in a 6-man pass pro. 7 puts the quarterback on hot, all right? That's how it's supposed to be. Now, one of the 6 that we called came, we should be protected, all right? Another example of 2025 Clemson football is what the notes say. Let's see what we clustered. Yep. Running back's on a rail, okay? But the quarterback feels as if he's got to play hot. We got another ball being thrown with the wide receiver or the intended target not looking around. Now, why does this matter? Well, this is 1st and 10, and now it's finna be 2nd and 10. Okay? And then on 2nd and 10, I would imagine coach calls us some type of get back play. All right? Let's just get back some yardage. All right? So that's what we do as a quarterback. We go into a get back mode. We check the ball down to the running back. All right? The running back then picks up 6 yards. All right? Now it's 3rd and 4. All right? And 3rd and 3. And on 3rd and 3, I think we throw an incompletion. Oh, no. We get sacked. Okay? And now we punt the football. That's why all those matter. We got to stack those plays up. Let's go back and talk about what happened on these actual plays, though. All right? So here's the 1st and 10 play. We bust it. Running back's not looking. All right? Or the quarterback busted. I have no idea. I would imagine on 1st and 10, maybe they're trying to take a shot right there. That might be on the quarterback. I have no idea. We're not in the meeting room, okay? But nonetheless, that can't happen in Division I football. Shouldn't happen in routes on air. Damn sure it shouldn't happen when we go out and play a meaningful game. All right, we go to 2nd and 10 now, okay? I told you, Coach calling this to get a completion, right? It's another version of stick. What do we have right here? Yeah, we kind of got 2 hitches and 2 red line seams right here from the 2 outside receivers with a check down right here to the running back. Now, Jonathan, he's working the left side of this progression first. Do we see his eyes over here working this way? Okay, he's working the left side of his progression first, and when he clicks over, he doesn't like this. I'm fine with that. I'm good. That's a dirty picture down there. My question to you, Jonathan, is on 2nd and 10, I'm okay clicking back over here and waiting for the back to clear and just getting the ball out of your hands. However, on 3rd and 10, Bubba, you better rip that. You know what I mean? Like, his eyes are over there now. Buddy, you got that throw. We got to throw that ball right now. It's 3rd and 10. You know what I mean? We got to throw it beyond the sticks and be willing to compete into certain windows. We choose not to. We choose to check the football down, and I am okay with that, right? Because Coach called this to get a completion, okay? It's a mirrored concept with a check down right in front of us, meaning the same thing on the left is happening on the right, and we have a check down right in front of our face, okay? I also think we could probably give him a better ball there. All right, that's a former wide receiver playing running back, so he's comfortable doing that. All right, if we had Phil Maffa still in the backfield, I don't know if he is. You know what I mean? All right, play 7 says you got to throw this, bud. What am I? Oh, the tight end right here. Buddy, it's 3rd and 3. We got to go. Yep. We got to go. Rip that, put it on his face. Okay, again, I had an offensive coordinator on one of my visits say, we called stick for a completion. Okay, we called stick right here for a completion. He right in front of your face, buddy. It's 3rd and 3. Rip the ball. Let's go. We got to go. You know what I mean? We got to throw that football. If we don't feel comfortable throwing that one, I don't know how many more, that's not even a tight window. That's right in front of your face. You just got to find an angle and a window to kind of put it in based off defensive alignment in front of you. But, man, come on. This right here, Jonathan, is a prime example of why you have to be terrified about certain high school plays you see on high school tapes. Okay, we talk about plan B all the time as a quarterback, right? Plan A is the first reading the concept, right? First reading the progression. That's plan A. Plan B for most is 2 to 3 to 4, the great ones, right? Then 5 is exit strategy, okay? Well, some people, when you watch them play the position, plan 1 is the primary reading the progression. Plan 2 is exit strategy. That's not going to work. This is plan 2 is exit strategy. This is how it works out for you when you do this in college, okay? Even against a defense like SMU, which, Jonathan, I don't know if SMU was I wouldn't label them a great defense last year. They're not slappies, all right? But this ain't like he's out here playing the Texas Tech D-line. You know what I mean? So we got to rip that on 3rd and 3. And, Bubba, we got to catch the damn ball, okay? All right, we had some nerves. First career start, to be expected. Okay, that hit us right in the numbers. Okay, can't do that. Catch the ball. Now, I think this one gets batted at the line of scrimmage, but this is the next possession, Jonathan. Okay, we miss a 3rd and 3 stick. Okay, just absolutely blow it and take an unnecessary sack. Then we drop a snap right at our feet. Okay, we get the ball back a couple, series later, and coach gives us a big boy skinny right here off of an RPO, right? I mean, that ain't your square in. That's not no RPO slant. That's called a skinny or a glance, whatever offense you're in, however they call it, okay? And I think this ball gets tipped at the line of scrimmage. If not, I'm kind of concerned about ball flight.
It definitely gets tipped.
Yeah, it definitely gets tipped. Great grab, Wesco. That's Wesco, right? Will you look up number 1? I think it's Bryant Wesco.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
He's about to make some plays here in a second, okay? Now, I love this, okay? We got a simple 2-man concept down here. We got the arrow. All right, and I think the number 1 wide receiver, is running an out, okay? So we got the arrow and the out. It's kind of like levels down here on the sideline. We got the arrow and we got the out. We don't like either, right? The arrow is being driven down on by a curl flat or a flat defender. Hard in the flats right here is that football player. That safety or nickel, whoever that is, looks like he's got really, really good leverage on that out route. We don't like either, do we? Okay, he's already clicked off and ready to throw the football, by the way, to the backside of this read. I love this, okay? Watch him work through the timing in his progression. Eliminate the threats in the drop, right? 1 step, 2 step, 3 step back, right? We're right into our first hitch. Boom, 1 hitch over, eyes already scanning. Let's find our target. Let's get our feet to him. Let's rip the damn ball. It's good stuff right here, okay? First career start. We'll see a lot of this, okay, in college nowadays. Everybody's kind of half-filled reading RPO and majority of their offenses, okay? So that scanning, and you know me, Jonathan, I love when our feet are tied to our eyes, right? And you could see our lower body kind of come with our eyesight as we go. Why is that important? When we get over there, our back foot better be ready to hit the ground and strike, right? You better be able to ready to hit the ground, stride, get off the midline, and rip that football. Great job. Now, I need a better ball, right? I need a better ball, definitely, okay?
That was TJ Moore, by the way.
TJ Moore is number 1?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. What's Wesco wear?
12.
Oh, okay, that's him in motion right there. Is TJ Moore back?
It looks like both of them are back, yeah.
Okay. So they're going to be good from a weapons standpoint. God dang it. 2025 Clemson football. It's a great rip right here. Now, they were playing 2 coverages, was SMU. They were playing cover 3. All right, and what's this look like to you, Jonathan? What are the safeties doing?
It looks like cover 2.
Yeah, it looks like cover 2, right? We have 2 safeties in the middle of the field, okay? So the middle of the field is open. Now, they were playing a version of cover 3 and a version of cover 2. Now, in this cover 2, I think they go invert Tampa. Let's see. No. Yeah, they do. He's just late. Do you see that Mike linebacker about to shit himself trying to run the mid-hole right now because he bit on play action? They're trying to run a version of Tampa, and we called an absolute Tampa hammerer right here, okay? We got the outs from these guys, meaning so if you want to play curl flat and you want to play deep half, where are you vulnerable? Right here in this area of the field. Same thing on the backside. You want to play flats? That's fine. You want to play deep half? That's fine. You're really vulnerable right here. And then you're extremely vulnerable if I put speed at 2 and make that Mike run the hole. All right. The most famous version of this example, in my opinion, is watching Devontae Smith make that white linebacker from Ohio State in the Natty look like he ran a 5-second 40. All right. Same kind of concept right here. It's a big-time Tampa beater. If we actually get them into Tampa, they've been rocking and rolling this a good bit in this game. I haven't had the chance to show you that. We've been watching too much Vizzina, not talking defensive structures. But they have been rocking middle field closed, middle field open. He does a great job getting his eyes on that far side safety. That's the guy who's got more ground to cover, right? He was right here. Now he's got hashed to the numbers to the sideline out there. So great job putting your eyes there. Now we get our eyes on Wesco. Boom, one hitch. Let that sucker out. Will you catch the damn ball, son? Great. I mean, everybody's great right there. Everybody. Offensive coordinator did a great job calling a winner. Offensive line did a great job protecting. Quarterback did a great job getting the rip out. Got to catch the ball. This note just says, okay, big boy. Right? Okay. I'll say, ooh, all right. Got a little arm talent to us, huh? The ball flight's ugly, though. I ain't going to lie to you. Ball flight is ugly. Hard to see.
Yeah.
You see the nose down on it? Yeah, everything's nose down. We're going to talk more about it as the film study goes on. I don't know how to fix it, though. That's why I'm not talking about it too much, and I don't want to harp on too much. But we are a nose down thrower. You're going to see a lot of this, guys. You're going to see a lot of, that ball, and then diving down, trying to get up underneath it because the nose is diving on us. Play 13. All right, hey, told you they've been playing a lot of cover 2, a lot of cover 3, right, Jonathan? That Tampa with that cover 3. What are they playing right now, class?
Cover 3.
Attaboy, they're playing cover 3. Jonathan going to be able to just absolutely tear your ass up on NCAA by the time we're done with our football education. I'm going to tell you that right now. All right, so Coach got another winner right here on the backside. Look at this big-time post right here. Okay, so 2 things are happening right here. This truck action, okay, we're running a swing right here. Look what it does to this middle field safety. This guy's got no chance to play this backside post because he's got too much eye candy over here. The rep is lost, right? He has already lost the rep with regards to protecting this man's inside leverage on this backside skinny post, okay? So that thing is an absolute tud. It should be. It is. Woo! And it is, okay? Shout out TJ Moore. This dude makes some grabs in this football game, Jonathan. Great pump right there. Took the eyes with him too, right? Woo! Discipline. A lot of them young guys going, we watched Carson Beck, year 2, do that one, didn't he? Mm-hmm. Staring right at the safety, giving a play-action toss fake. It's like, buddy, ain't nobody biting that shit. Get your eyes on it. Take it to it. Love this right here. Eyes on it. Take it to that pump out there. Take that safety with us. We've won the rep. He's cheating and creeping. He's fitting to get beat for 6. Great job. Boink. It's a pitch and catch for him, though. You see what I'm talking about with how big we are? We got a lot of horsepower back there, okay? A lot of horsepower. You know what's funny, Jonathan? All the big boys loved this kid coming out of high school. All of them. Every blue blood that recruits inside that top 5 annually wanted a piece of Vizzina coming out of Alabama when he was in high school, okay? Hey, a lot of juice on this ball. Look at this ball come out of his hands, Jonathan. Phew. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know if y'all can see that, but up close and personal, that sumbitch be jumping, all right? It be jumping out of his hands when he's moving to his right, all right? Big, long levers on the cat, all right? You ever play golf with a bigger, taller, longer player who can actually swing the club, unlike yourself, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. They hit it a lot further than you, all right? Their levers are longer. They just got more leverage when their levers are longer. Now, let's talk football. Hey, I love this shallow right here. I do not love the comeback, all right, at the top of the screen, which is what he ultimately throws. I'm okay with the aggressiveness, but I'm pretty sure it's 3rd and 3. It's 3rd and 1. All right, it's 3rd and 1. Let's look at the play call. Downset hut, belly in the back. Let's roll out hard. Now, this is a naked. We're supposed to be reading this top down, or bottom up, rather. 1, 2 to 3, backside 4, all right? I don't like any. I don't like 1. It looks like he's about to get trapped. I don't really like 2. I think both of them can drive on that. And we're not really supposed to throw the high corner right here. He's a runoff. That guy's not even looking at us. Did you notice that? Mm-hmm. That guy over here ain't even giving us eyes. So he's actually 3. in the progression based off what we just saw. So again, 1 to 2 to 3. If I tell you that, what do you like right now?
I like 3.
I like 3. I like 3 a lot, and that's just from the wide. Wait till you see it from the tight. All right, these things are supposed to be all timed up as well, okay? So as we're rolling out, boom, our face is right on 1, and 2 is running that comeback all the way up the top of your screen. 3 is supposed to pace with us within our trail, all right? As we're rolling out, 3 is supposed to trail with us. Oh, my God, does 3 look open? You know what I mean? We're eyes locked on 2, though, and I like the ball. Hey, probably should be caught. Maybe demand it from you. Be tough, be physical. Let's go. God needs to make a play for you right now on 3rd down. Boom, ball gets knocked out. We're bringing the punt team on because we're in our own end. All right? So let's just read it right. Let's just read it right. That's waggle, man. Waggle's a day 1 install for most offenses. All right. Let's talk ball a little bit here. What does it look like they're in, Jonathan?
Cover 2.
Right, 2 high safeties is a good indication of cover 2. We've been telling you they've been playing cover 2 and cover 3. All right, Tampa really, it's not really cover 2 because the middle field's not really open because they got a mid-hole runner. Tampa 2 or cover 3. They show the pre-snap look, Tampa 2. Now, in Tampa 2, Jonathan, what is this corner going to do? He's going to trap the flats, right? All right, so let's watch him, number 7. He's already pre-snap rolling down, okay? So our eyes work right. Now, I told you, they're in that Tampa structure. Look, there's that mid-hole player squeezing down, okay? So let's talk responsibilities. This guy's job is to push vertical and trap the flat. Same thing over here, push vertical, trap the flat. Mid-hole player, deep half, okay, deep half. Now, if we're known that we're going to trap the flat right here at corner, this spray route from this running back is probably not ideal, right, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we need to eliminate that throughout our drop. He's going to rip that football, and we're going to get our ass lit up over there. All right, so if we actually work the progression right here, okay, if we actually played a little bit of advanced quarterback right here, saw Tampa, know that we're going to get that hard flat into the corners, know that we have 2 linebackers splitting the difference in their hook curl, and that 3rd middle hook hole player running deep down the middle of the field, right? We got an arrow to our right, a high corner, and a comeback right over there. OTB is what we call that, over the ball, right from our left side. So here's what you should do as a quarterback. Down set hut, eyes flash hard to the flat, make that corner drag, all right? Not only bring that corner, but if we take our eyes hard, that linebacker right here over the OTB is probably going to expand towards where my eyes are, right? So boom, I hold him for a click, come back, rip the OTB, let's move on, play another down. You like that? All right, let's watch that process. Let's see what would happen to us right now if we did it, okay? Down set hut, let's rip our eyes to that corner. He does it. Rip our eyes to that corner. Boom, he wants to trap the flat. That's fine. Bring our eyes back to the mesh concept. Boom, there's that OTB right over the ball. You see what I mean? Yep. That's how it should go. And I promise you, as he plays more and more football, he's going to do that. He's going to come to the line of scrimmage. You're going to say, okay, well, they played cover 3 last snap, but they've been mixing a little Tampa. That sure looks like a Tampa look. Probably shouldn't throw to the flat. Boom, 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 boom. That's how fast it should go for him moving forward. I think he's one of these brains, by the way. I think he can do that kind of stuff. Collect your indicators, man. Collect your indicators. The coach is giving you a lot of pre-snap motion, right? And we send pre-snap motion for 2 things. Move the defense. Defense indicates, right? Tell me what they're playing. Big sturdy ripper on the kid, Jonathan. Big sturdy ripper. Big tree. That's why I called him last night on the show, right? Big tree, stand tall. Big tree, stand tall in the pocket. Now, why does that matter? Well, we playing some dirty ones out there at Clemson. I ain't going to lie to you. As the film study progresses, you're going to see. We play into some dirty pockets over here, so we better be able to rip that thing. Now, what are we seeing the wide receiver do, Jonathan? Fall. Now, why might he be falling?
The ball's dropping.
Yeah, the ball's dropping on us. Why is the ball dropping on us? Because the nose is down. All right, the nose is down. These things all connect. All right, from this point forward, you'll see it a lot. All right, very similar to that toes out theory we had last night watching that number 1 player in the country. All right, we are a nose down thrower. I don't know if y'all can see that in those still images, but that nose stays down. Now, once we get to the mid arc, right, if we throw a ball and it goes on an arc like this, right, throws our hand, goes up and then comes back down, at some point the nose has to come right back down, right? But what we don't want is the nose tilting on the way up and throughout the entire throwing of the football. And right now, in this still image, I don't know if you can tell, but that nose is already down, okay? It basically comes out, it does. It comes out of our hand angling down, okay? Now, you'll ask me, Brooksy, how do we fix this? I don't know. I've never thrown a ball consistently with the nose down. I wouldn't know how to fix it. Now, hey, great job by the OC. Hey, what's that look like to you, Jonathan?
Cover 3.
Yeah, it looks like a really tight cover 3. Look how shallow that damn safety's playing. He's at like 8 yards. He ain't got no chance to get over the top of a post right now if we ran one, did we? All right, so let's run a little sluggo. Let's run a little Hugo, rather. Let's run a little hitch and go down here at the bottom. Great route right here by TJ Moore, you said?
Yeah.
And then, boom, little one-hand sticky right there by the kid. Watch how natural this looks from TJ Moore, Jonathan. I mean, this looks like it was just born to be attached to our fingertips. Doink. Great call, great ball. Great call, great ball. Great catch, great finish. It was weird. It's like Garrett and Lincoln talked about half of Clemson's game plans, and they didn't get the full install on the rest of them. You know, like half these plays make sense. They're great called. They're great executed, and then we be doing goofy stuff. Big, sturdy, good enough mover. Big, sturdy, good enough mover. You know what I mean? You're not going to wow me with your athleticism, CV, but if we can rip through that, that's all I need. Honest to God, like we get so caught up in how fast is it 40, what great at. This is it. 300-pounder, free rusher, just beat somebody's ass, all right? Can we keep 2 hands on the ball, rip up, take an arm to the midsection and an arm to the legs, and rip through it? And that's exactly what we got right now, right? We got 2 hands on the ball. We got a big arm on our waist. He's going to rip us. Can we stay on our feet and go pick up 6? That's really it. That's all I need, okay? But at this offense, we're going to make you run quarterback power read as well, okay? You're going to have to do that. So get ready. I'm assuming Chad Morris is going to do all that, don't you?
Clemson's done it for as long as I can remember.
As long as I've ever watched Clemson Tiger football, they've had design quarterback runs for guys who will never do design quarterback runs the rest of their career. Mm-hmm. Now, Jonathan, did this ball get tipped? Because I don't think it did. First of all, if anybody tips it, it's this defensive end. This guy is this defensive end right here. Or excuse me, the linebacker. All right, so here's how I know it didn't get tipped. Look at this guy. Put us in 3. Look at this guy right here. All right, and you tell me, Jonathan, if there's ever any moment where he's like, you know, jumps up and down, hoots and hollering, I got a tip on the ball. Because they all love getting tips on the ball. Put us back in 2. Okay? You tell me, I don't think he does. I think he's on to the next snap, on to the next play. Nothing really happened there to make me indicate that he got a play made. Mm-hmm. Now, here's why that matters. Boy, is this a nose down terrible miss. I mean, wow. Now, here's what could be happening. Okay, Jonathan? It's a pretty tight window. Mm-hmm. He could be dirting the damn thing. I don't know. I hope he's dirting it. If he's dirting it, I'm okay. But if not, that is a bad miss. What do you got?
To me, it looks like we're in like baseball. You're trying to throw it as hard as you can, and you end up throwing it like 4 feet short. Like
yeah.
You throw it on top of home plate as a pitcher. That's what it looks like to me.
I mean, we're nose down as soon as it comes out of our hand. Look at that. Bad miss. Either way. Don't need to sit here and focus on it too much. Just got to figure out what the hell's going on there. Now, again, same thing here. Gets the job done. But look at this ball flight. We got to figure this out. I would spend my whole entire offseason. Look at that. Oh. Right? Okay, we got to figure that out. And maybe it's we're supposed to be here at release point. Maybe we're literally like just too cocked. I have no idea. I was at a place this past week, Jonathan, that called everything like check down related and everything RPO related, and basically everything into the flats. They call them gums. Because what do you do with gum when you're done with it?
Spit it out.
You spit it out. Same thing here. We just want to spit that ball out. We just want to get it out of our hands really, really quickly when we see as much as we're seeing right now. Look how hard bailing this whole entire second to third level. All of these guys back as the ball is snapped and the routes start to happen. When we see this, we should know we're probably going to end up checking the ball down. We don't want to drive balls into windows where we only have 3 guys on routes. Do you see that, Jonathan? We're running FIB. We got a deep over, an I love football route, all right, and a wheel down the sideline, and they're in a wholeheartedly hard bail. Check the ball out, spit it out. Let's get some gum going on right here, okay? Good spit. I think we get here a hair early, okay? Here's what we're trying to do. We got trips to the left. All right, TJ Moore is having a really, really good game right now, right, Jonathan, this wide receiver down here? So we're going to isolate him on the backside. As a quarterback, I want to take your 3-step drop, eyes left. All right, I want you to draw as many people left as we possibly can. We're going to try to work back into, look how much grass we got over here, right? We're going to try to work back into this window over here. But in order to do so, I need you to hold those eyes left off the snap, okay? And he does a really diligent job of getting to the top of his drop with his eyes left. However, we're clicked back over here, and I think we're a tad early, Jonathan. Okay, we're not quite into our break. I think we got an inward break. Yeah, we got an inward breaking route right here from TJ Moore. All right, so here's why. This is just a young player being young, right? As we get older, we'll know that we've got an opportunity to hold that thing a little bit longer on our left side, even if we're like peeking out of our peripherals, okay? So we got to hold that thing a little bit, come over here on the click, and when we click over here, he should be finishing in his route concept, okay? And here's also why I said this. Look how much earlier these DBs drive on this ball before we're ready to throw it. You know what I'm saying? We're not having this ball thrown yet, are we?
Nope.
But all of these guys are convening on the spot. Boom. Corners pointing, okay? Safeties driving down. Hook curl player making it tighter, okay? The longer we hold our eyes left, the bigger this window will be. Now, we get it completed because we got plenty of horsepower, okay? Boom, great plus move there as well, kid. Great job. Getting to the window, finding it, and ripping it. It's great horsepower, all right? But even on I think it's one of our best clips of the day from a managing the pocket standpoint, giving false eyes. I think we're just a little bit hair early, okay? That window is going to look a lot better when we hold our eyes just a little bit longer left and then work back to our right. Great rip, though, okay? This is play 23. Notes again say 2025 Clemson. We got the wide receiver, TJ Moore, thinking he has a free release. Quarterback very clearly thinks he's got a mandatory outside release. This ball is thrown to a completely different area than the wide receiver's actually working. I mean, that ball's thrown back pylon, Jonathan.
Mm-hmm.
Wide receiver had an mandatory or inside release. Okay, on your notes packets, on your play sheet packets, as a wide receiver, you have a little 3-word. What do you call those acronyms? Mm-hmm. At the bottom, it says MOR, mandatory outside release. Some of these things are spacing based, and they're thrown off timing. And if you're not in the right space when I'm on the right time, we're going to look like this. You know what I mean? Does the quarterback need help next year? Yeah. Does he got to get better from even what we've seen? 100%. But they've got to get better, meaning as an offense as a whole. Why do my notes say great switch? Oh, I know why. This is excellent. This is excellent right here from these two defenders. Put us back in 3 so we can see the laser. These two defenders are going to get an arrow and a square in against man coverage. We're trying to get them rubbed on the goal line. Corner passes it off to the safety and then sags back over the top as the free hat. How about that right there, Jonathan? It's a great switch from SMU and a great firm ball right here from Vizzina. I think we get it knocked out, though, late.
Yep.
We had the right decision, though, I think. Okay? Big firm ball on his face. Just got to catch the ball. Great switch. Big tree. Big tree. Big tree. Stand tall. Ready to rip, right? Hey, I'll take those 3 yards instead of the -6 every single time. every single time, okay? And by the way, we get to the top of our drop, we're beat so damn clean. There is no, hey, we got to find an option, we got to find an outlet. No, go find the 4 yards, please. Thank you, big boy. Thank you, big boy. Okay. Oh, this is play. I got 2 play 26s on here. How in the hell's that happen? Boom. I like his two-handed monsterness, Jonathan.
Yeah.
I really do. I like his two-handed monsterness. That guard has no chance in hell, athletically, to close that space laterally, get in front of number 1, and stop him from rushing us. Just no way. No way. Is this our left tackle getting beat? No. Yeah, it is. This is our left tackle getting beat. Okay? Same thing here. Okay? For years. Now, this is a young kid. I think he's going to be really, really good. I think this is the Braden Jacobs kid over here at left tackle. Okay? But if we do this at all to Clemson offensive linemen in years prior, meaning, hey, we're going to flash something across your face, and then we're going to have him quickly attack your outside edge. We're going to make you go this way and then do that really, really quickly. They're going to get beat like a steel drum every single time at Clemson. Just with athleticism. They get put into this spot so quickly, so often, so frequently. I mean, we just saw this from the guard, didn't we? Now we're seeing it from the left tackle, getting beat and beaten quickly. So here's what we got to know as a Clemson quarterback. A, we better be tough. We better be tough. We better be ready to take shots off the chin. Also, like we got to be ready to play ahead of time. Not even on time. We got to be ready to play ahead of time sometimes, okay? So there's that play. And then the next play, who gets beat? Oh, our left guard gets whipped again, gets put into this situation where, again, all we do is just give him a little double move. Just get to his shoulder and then bam. We're at 1 yard. 1 yard turned completely sideways already. So, yeah, be ready to do some of this, okay? At least turn, again, -6s into +2s. That'll at least allow us to somewhat survive, get into 2nd and 8 instead of getting into 2nd and 12 or 2nd and 14. But even in 2nd and 8, we're going to try to take a play action. And, hey, this is what's crazy, Jonathan. This Blake Miller kid's supposed to be one of their dudes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This was supposed to be one of their best in recent memory. I think he's going to have a chance to be their first-round draft pick since 2017 at the position. I'm pretty sure that's correct. You might have to double-check me on that. But I don't think they've had a first-round draft pick on the offensive line in 7 or 8 years, okay? And he's out there getting beat like a steel drum. Now, my question is, Jonathan, should we feel this, or should we just not expect our right tackle to literally get ran around?
Yeah, the latter.
Okay, I'm with you. I think we should probably expect our left tackle on 2nd and 10 rather, 2nd and 8, not to get ran by on play action pass. And then I think this is the center getting his ass beat. Oh yeah, center's getting walked over right here. So, and here's why it really, really is sad, Jonathan. These are the last 5 plays of the football game. We're trying to win. We're trying to win the damn game right now, and our quarterback's getting absolutely obliterated back there. Oh, don't worry. SMU's gonna bail us out. It's 4th and 21. Don't you worry. SMU's gonna bail our ass out, okay, for the 2nd straight year in one of these football games. I'll be damned on 4th and 21 if they don't do that shit. You know what I mean? Dude, rush 3, drop 8. Who cares? What are you doing? Not only that, we're going to give them the free play, the free shot, and I think TJ Moore goes up and catches the damn ball. Now we're back in the game. We get absolutely bailed. Absolutely bailed out.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
He does catch it.
Yeah, he does. He does. I mean, I'd rip my hair out as a defensive coordinator. It's another good rip, but I don't love the ball flight. It's nose down again. I don't want to be too harpy on this. Okay, this is backside dig work right here, Jonathan. We got 3 verts on the front side. It looks like we got an out route. Okay, out route, vertical, shallow cross. We got the scissors concept working back on the backside, or dig rather, working on the backside. Okay, we got to it. We got to it in a late game, 2-minute situation. Boom, eyes, ball. Great job. Boom. Oh, hold on. Let's look at the ball flight. Why was I complaining about it last night? I'd have to go watch this guy in practice. I bet he's got a lot of drops. I bet his wide receivers have a lot of drops. It's a firm ball with the nose that ain't really tight, Jonathan. That's tough to catch. Okay, big tree, big rip. That's what this note says. Big tree, big rip. And again, better get used to it. Better get used to that right there, Bubba. Get used to throwing with dudes all over you. Oh, just to be fair to the right guard, he's the only one who we haven't shown get put into this position. So let's just be fair and show him get put in that position. Did we go 5 for 5?
Yeah. On
Clemson offensive lineman getting beat now?
Yes.
Not even like, oh, he got walked and lost late. Great strain, great effort. Nope. Absolutely spun like a top. That's got to get fixed. I don't care how bad or good the quarterback play is. It's hard to survive like that. Okay? I like him. I told you last night I didn't see a bad decision one. First career start, we're getting to third reads in the progression, backside, tying our feet to our eyes. 6'4", 215. Ball flight's got to get fixed. Good enough athlete. I like it. I think it's going to be good. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit that thumbs up button on your way out. Love you. Bye.